Unit 5, Lesson 5, Time Off. Amal works 45 hours a week. It takes him an hour to travel to work every day. That means he spends 10 hours commuting each week. At home, Amal spends about 23 hours a week doing work around the house. Of course, he needs to sleep, 56 hours a week, and prepare and eat meals, 14 hours a week. So Amal has 20 hours of leisure. That is a typical amount of leisure time for someone in the United States. What do people do in their leisure time? Obviously, watching television is a popular free time activity in many countries. Studies show that people are watching more TV today than they did 20 years ago. That is probably because there are many more TV channels today. People can choose programs from hundreds of TV channels. Computers are also changing the way people use their leisure time. Today, people are spending more time doing things on their computers. Surfing the internet is becoming another popular free time activity. In fact, some employers are finding that workers are skipping lunch to surf the internet. More and more, people are mixing their work time and play time. They talk on the telephone while they are commuting to work. They read work papers while they are eating. They listen to music while they are studying. Maybe this is why people believe that they have less free time today.
Lesson 5, Time Off. Elmo works 45 hours a week. It takes him an hour to travel to work every day. That means he spends 5 hours commuting each week. At home, Elmo spends about 23 hours a week doing work around the house. Of course, he needs to sleep 56 hours a week and prepare and eat meal 14 hours a week. So, Elmo has 12 hours to leisure. This is typical amount of leisure time for someone in the United States. What do people do in their leisure time? Obviously, watching television is the popular free time activity in many countries. Studies show that people are watching more TV today than they did 20 years ago. That is probably because there are many more TV channels today. People can choose programs from hundreds of TV channels. Computers are also changing the way people use their leisure time. Today, people are spending more time doing things on the computer. Surfing the internet is becoming another popular free activity. In fact, some employers are finding that workers are skipping lunch to surf the internet. More and more, people are mixing their work time and play time. They talk on the telephone while they are commuting to work. They read work paper while they are meeting. They listen to music while they are studying. Maybe this is why people believe that they have less free time today.
Unit 6, Interesting People of the World. Unit 6, Lesson 1, The Sami of Northern Europe.
The Sami live in northern Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Russia. There are only about 32,000 of them, and most of them live a modern life on the coast or in the forests. Only a few of them live a traditional life. These few Sami are called nomads because they move from one place to another with their reindeer. Their life is almost the same as it was 1,000 years ago. In winter, the reindeer dig through the snow to find plants for their food. In spring, these plants become very dry, and there are lots of insects. Then the Sami move their reindeer to the coast. The deer live on the thick grass there until winter. When the snow becomes deep, the Sami and their reindeer began moving slowly back to their winter homes. There is less snow there. These nomads live in tents because they move so often. They make shoes, jackets, and pants of reindeer skin. They also wear beautiful blue and red traditional clothes. They walk or travel on skis. They have sleds, too. Reindeer pull the sleds. The long trips, often in bad weather, make life very hard for these nomads. More and more of them are staying in villages on the coast. Sometimes a mother and her children travel by car and meet the father in their winter home. There will probably be no more Sami nomads in the future. People want a more comfortable life. However, the Sami will probably always wear their traditional clothes on holidays. They will teach their children the old stories and songs. People do not want to forget their traditions.
Lesson 1. The Sami as Nothern era of. The Sami live in Nothern, Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Russia. There are only about 32,000 of them, and most of them live in modern life on the coast or in the forest. Only a few of them live in traditional life. These few Sami are called Norman because they move from one place to another with their reindeer. They live in almost the same as it was 1,000 years ago. In winter, the reindeer dig through the snow to find plants for their food. In spring, their plants become very dry, and there are lots of insects. Then the Sami move their reindeer to the coast. The deer live on the thick grass there until winter. When the snow became deep, the Sami and their reindeer began moving slowly back to their winter home. There is less snow there. These Norman live in tents because they move so often. They make shoes, jackets, and pants of reindeer skin. They also wear beautiful blue and red traditional clothes. They walk or travel on skates. They have sleds too. Reindeer pull the sled. The long trip, often in bad weather, make life very hard for the Norman. More and more of them are staying in villages on the coast. Sometimes a mother and her children travel by car and miss the father in the winter home. There will probably be no more Sami Norman in the future. People want a more comfortable life. However, the Sami will probably always wear their traditional clothes on holiday. They will teach their children the old story and songs. People do not want to forget their traditional